guys, this is Eileen with Lovely Curiosities, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you saw that I was setting up a new booth at Olive Branch Antiques, and I'm here today at the store with Mandy, who is the owner of Olive Branch Antiques, and just came in to give a tour of the store. But I'd also like to talk to Mandy about her journey and how she got here. I'm just wondering, like, how did you get started in the world of vintage?
So about 10 years ago, I got invited to the Michigan Antique Festival by my in-laws, and I had dreams of finishing our basement, so I thought it would be kind of cool to find some funky stuff to put in the basement when we finished it. And it entered the fairground, what I had been missing my whole life. And my father-in-law taught me the art of bargaining, and I found my first light, and he actually brought me that light on my opening day because it was a little joke between us about how much for this $10 light, and it honestly grew from there.
So what is your style? What do you like?
Boy, I'm gonna say the word eclectic because I don't like to be put in a box. However, I feel like my style is very lots of warm neutral tones mixed with boho, mixed with rustic mid-century vibes, some wicker, and my very favorite thing to collect is brass animals. So you'll see a lot of brass throughout my spaces, and occasionally I'll find a chippy piece that I can't leave behind.
So how did you go from being a collector of vintage to becoming a vendor?
My mom and I went to the Holly Winter, which is the Dickens Festival. They have that every weekend starting in late November. So we knew there were antique stores there. I had this little passion inside of me now. I wanted to go to all the stores, and I stepped into the vintage farmhouse, and I ended up walking through and falling in love with this idea of having a booth and selling the things that I found. And so I had never done that before, and I sat and chatted with Melanie, who was the owner at the time, and just explained to her that I was new, and I asked a lot of questions, and I just said, you know, if you ever have any space that comes available, I'd love to be considered. And she said, well, I'm sorry, we've got a waiting list right now. And I guess something happened, and she called me a week later and offered me a little wall space upstairs. I just decorated it and lived my best life up there for a little while. So that's pretty much what started. Yeah.
So as a new vendor, did you have business experience before?
Boy, no, I did not.
No? Okay.
I did lots of questioning. I asked anybody that would listen. My business experience was zero, and I think just after asking lots of questions and learning a lot about myself and what I wanted to contribute to the store as a vendor, that was really helpful.
So what do you think it was that helped you to grow your business?
I think that I figured out what I loved, and instead of curating for everyone and trying to create space that appeals to everybody and to every customer, I decided that it's better for me to stay true to myself and stay true to the things that I love, because it's so much easier for me to sell items that I love and appreciate, and it makes the experience of curating a lot easier because I know that the customers that like what I have will continue to come back.
I'm really curious. Go from being a vendor to the owner of Olive Branch Antiques.
It's always been a dream, and I shouldn't say always, but like anyone in their life's journey, you have little things that you need to move through before you can do what you want to do. And I had younger kids at the time, and you know, we had just life experiences were going on around us that didn't always, you know, fit that plan. So about a year ago, my daughter was graduating high school and my son was already in college, and my husband, being so incredibly supportive, looked at me and said, it's time for you to focus on you. It's time for you to find that thing, and this is the thing, and you wanted to do it, and I think you really need to jump in and try to find a space. I started looking, and with the help of a lovely friend of mine, Laura, she owns the Rabbit Hole, she and I chatted about all the things business, and she shared that this space was available. And I, in a million years, would have never thought to try to turn a house into an antique store. And I said, oh, I'll check it out. And I walked into the building, and it was as if I was home, and it was everything that I didn't know I needed, and everything that I didn't know could be something so incredible. And it happened real fast because I was not expecting. I thought maybe when I talked with her in May that I would be, it was like my 6-month plan. I wanted to try and be in a building in 6 months, and I found it. we walked in, I fell in love, and it was available, and I signed the lease and had about a month and a half to prepare. Vendors came in July 1st of July to start setting up, and we opened August 1st.
Wow.
So real quick.
It was like a 2-month process?
Pretty much. Yeah. It feels as though we've been here for a while. The vendors have done a remarkable job of taking unique spaces and making little booths out of them. And I truly do not feel that this space would be anything without all of you. And yeah, this is my dream, but this is our building. This is our store.
See, and I think that is very crucial because you have set the tone and the culture for your business where, you know, we as vendors feel that. We feel like we're part of a team and a family. And I think that translates into the rapport that we have as co-vendors.
Really, truly, first and foremost, love the fellowship that happens in businesses like this. I mean, how many people get to say they get to come and be in a space with a bunch of creative minds like yours? I mean, you know, there's something to be said about someone that's able to take a small space and create life and create a purpose and create just, it's a very different mindset that we as vendors have. I wanted a space that I could offer more opportunities for people that aren't just vendors here. So the property, when you come to visit, we have a beautiful landscaped outdoor property, and really loved that about the space because it offers me an opportunity to have events outside, create opportunities for outside vendors to come participate, create events that, you know, brings different types of people to our space that maybe not even ever thought to come to an antique store before, but because we're having this event and they like that type of opportunity, they're going to come and see us and shop with us. And hence the name Olive Branch. I really wanted us to be an extension into the community. I wanted, you know, fundraising opportunities and different events that will benefit more than just us.
Thank you so much. And it's been wonderful talking to you and just kind of getting your background.
Thank you, Eileen. I really do appreciate you contacting me to do this, and I think that it's really important for everyone around us to see the small businesses, and I hope that you have the opportunity to interview more small businesses in the area, because I think it's really, really helpful for our community to see that, you know, we're small but we're mighty, and this is not just my store. There are 35 small businesses inside this building, and when you come in and you shop from us, you're not just shopping from Olive Branch. You're shopping from Lovely Curiosities. You're shopping from all these other little small businesses in here that are all having an amazing passion, just like I am. So thanks so much for having me.
Thank you very much. Once again, we're at Olive Branch Antiques, and this is Mandy. So stop in, say hello, walk around the store, just filled to the brim with beautiful things for your home and clothing and handmade things. Yes, thank you for watching, and talk to you soon.